Hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. So in this video we are going to understand how to create Encharge contact from new Google Sheets tables row. So are you also using these applications for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So with here I'm doing the same. I'm running a marketing agency and we collect the potential customers data in our Google Sheets table. So what I want is that as soon as I add the new lead data in my Google Sheets table, automatically with the help of the same details, a new contact should be created in my Encharge too. For this, we are going to create a connection between Google Sheets and Encharge. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So I'm going to do this so that I can convert my leads into paying clients. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we are going to understand how to create Encharge contact from new Google Sheets tables row. So as you know that I manage a marketing agency and we frequently collect lead information from various sources which we store in Google Sheets. Right over here you can see that now I want that as soon as I add the details of my lead right over here in my Sheets table, automatically with the help of the same details a new contact should be created in my Encharge account too. So I'm going to create this automation because this ensures that our leads are promptly integrated into our marketing workflows, allowing us to set targeted email marketing campaigns and follow up without manual data entry, thereby improving efficiency and engagement. So to do all of this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And as soon as we're going to click on sign in, you can see that it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And now it is opening my dashboard. And to start with the automation, we are going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to create Encharge contact from new Google Sheets table row. And then we are going to click on create. And as soon as we are going to click on create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now we are going to select our trigger application, which is Google Sheets, because I want that as soon as a new row is updated or added in my Google Sheets, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for Google Sheets and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select it as new or updated spreadsheet rows. And as soon as we are going to select this, it is giving me a webhook URL and we are going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Google Sheets account and our Pabbly's workflow. So first I'm going to copy this webhook URL and then we are going to follow this help text. So we are going to log into our Google Sheets account, and as you can see that this is my sheet. So now I'm going to connect this same sheet with my workflow, and to connect it we are going to go on extensions, add-ons, and then get add-ons. So we are going to add an extension right over here which is Pabbly Connect webhooks. So in the search apps we are going to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks, and as you can see the same, so we are going to open this. So as you can see that I've already installed this extension, that's why it is showing me the option of uninstall. But if you haven't installed this, you are going to get the option of install right over here. And as soon as you are going to install this, we're going to refresh this spreadsheet. It is really important step. And as soon as we are going to refresh this, again we have to go on extensions, and now you can see Pabbly Connect webhooks appeared right over here. And as soon as Pabbly Connect webhooks appeared, we have to go on initial setup. And as soon as we are going to go on initial setup, it is asking me for the sheet, webhook URL, and the trigger column. So as you know that my sheet is leads, so I'm going to select same right over here which is leads, and now it is asking me for the webhook URL. So we are going to paste the URL we copied from our workflow, and now it is asking me for the trigger column. And in the help text, it is saying enter the trigger column with your final data column. So here for me, the final data column is G. So I'm going to enter G right over here. You have to enter your final data column, and then we are going to click on submit. And as soon as we are going to click on submit, you can see setup configured successfully. So this means that we have successfully created a connection between our Google Sheets account and our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is saying waiting for webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission, and in order to do the test submission, we are going to open our sheets again. We are going to go on extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and over here you can see the button of send on event. So we are going to switch this button on because this means that as soon as an event occurs right over here in my spreadsheet, automatically the details of that would be sent to my workflow. So it is really important to switch this button on, otherwise your data will not be sent to your Pabbly Connect's workflow. And after switching on this button, we are going to enter the test submission. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as dummy right over here. We are going to enter the dummy details. For the last name, we are going to keep it as user. For the city, I'm going to keep it as Bhopal right over here. And now it is asking me for the email. So I want the email to be dummy@pabblytudes.com. So I'm going to enter it. And now it is asking me for the phone number. So I want the phone number to be this. So I'm going to enter the phone number too. It is asking me for the source. So I'm going to select the source as website. And now it is asking me for the status. So I'm going to select the status as hot lead. So as soon as we are going to select the status, yes, this was our trigger column, and automatically as soon as we selected the status, these details have been sent to our workflow. So now I'm going to open my workflow and check for these same details if Pabbly has captured the response or not. So I'm going to open my workflow, and yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response of the same details. Over here you can see the trigger column, the status which was hot lead. Over here you can see the spreadsheet name. Over here you can see the source, the sheet name, the sheet ID, row index. You can see the phone number that we entered, last name, first name, email, and the city that we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now we are going to move on to our action step. And now for our action application, we are going to select it as Encharge, because I want that as soon as a new row is updated or created in my Google Sheets, automatically a contact should be created in my Encharge too. So I'm going to search for it, and then we are going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as add or update a person, and then we are going to click on connect. And as soon as you are going to click on connect, you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Encharge account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me. Click on add a new connection and then connect with Encharge. And as soon as we are going to click on connect with Encharge, you can see allow Pabbly Connect to access this account. So you are going to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because our data is secure with Pabbly. So you can also click on allow Pabbly safe, and as soon as we are going to click on allow, you can see that we have successfully connected our Encharge account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the email. So we are going to map the email right over here. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Google Sheets as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new row updated in my spreadsheet. So I'm going to give you an example that right over here in front of email, suppose I'm going to enter the emails like dummy@pabblytudes.com right over here manually. So suppose I'm going to enter it right over here manually, then this will not change with every new response received in my Google Sheets, because this is static information and I've entered it manually. But if I'm going to map it from the previous response, suppose this is the email, so I'm going to map it. So if I'm going to map it from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. So we are going to map the first name too. So I'm going to search for first name, and as you can see dummy, so we are going to map it. We are going to do same for the last name also. I'm going to search for last name, and as you can see user, we are going to map it. We are going to map the name again. We are going to search for name. We are going to map the first name, put a space, and then the last name. We are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the last activity created at company, website, and many another details. So as you can see, all of these details are not the required details. So I'm going to leave it as blank and move towards the details I want to fill in. As you can see, all the details are not the required. I'm going to leave it as blank, and now we are going to map the phone number because we have the phone number of our lead. And over here you can see the same, so we are going to map it. And now it is asking me for the address, country. So we don't have these details. We are going to leave it as blank. We have the city. We are going to map it. We are going to search for it, and as you can see it, so we are going to map it. We are going to move on forward. You can see all the details it is asking me for, and all of these details are not the required details. So if you wish, you can definitely fill these out, and if you don't wish, you can definitely leave these as blank only, because these are not the required details. And after filling all the details I wish to, now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as we are going to click on save and send test request, you can see that we have received the positive response that we have successfully created a new contact with the same email and the details. So I'm going to open my Encharge account and check for the new contact created. So I'm going to open my Encharge account right from here, and as you can see that this is my Encharge account and I've already logged in this application. That's why this automation was really easy. So now you're going to go on people, and again people, to check for the new, and yes, you can see email dummy@pabblytudes.com, or you can see the first name and last name and the full name. Also you can see the created at, like we created it today 5 August. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and we have successfully created a new person in our Encharge with the same details we entered over here in our spreadsheet. So yes, with this our workflow is successful, but I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my sheets, and we're going to do another test submission. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as test, last name as user only. For the city, I'm going to keep it as Indore this time, and then we are going to move on forward. We are going to enter the email as testuser@pabblytudes.com. So I'm going to enter the email right over here, and after entering the email, it is asking me for the phone number. So I want the phone number to be this time. We're going to move on forward. For the source, I'm going to select it as other, and then for the status, we are going to select it as cold lead. And as soon as we are going to select this, yes, we have successfully did the test submission. So now it means that the Google Sheet has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further created a new person in our Encharge account. So I'm going to open my Encharge account and check for the new person created with the same email and the name. So I'm going to open my Encharge, and yes, this time we're not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my Encharge account, and over here we are going to refresh this page to check for the new person created. And yes, you can see email testuser@pabblytudes.com, or you can see the first name, last name and the full name. So yes, we have successfully created a new person right over here in our Encharge account with the same details. So yes, with this our workflow is successful, and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For the trigger application, we selected Google Sheets. For the trigger event, we selected new or updated spreadsheet rows. For the action application, we selected Encharge, and then for the action event, we selected add or update a person, because I wanted that as soon as a new row is updated or added right over here in my Google Sheets table, automatically with the help of the same details, a new person should be created in my Encharge account too, so that I can send targeted campaigns and follow up without manual data entry, thereby improving the efficiency and engagement, and also convert my leads into paying clients. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here you can see the two contacts I created during this video with the help of my workflow. One is testuser@pabblytudes.com, and the other one is dummy@pabblytudes.com. You can see that these are the same details we entered right over here in my spreadsheet table. So yes, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope you liked the video and it was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.